video. So this is my Norco Range frame that I got for the upcoming race season. As you can see, there's some paint chips and stuff because it's a used bike. Me and my dad thought of something that's crazy, which is to paint the frame. So let me be clear, I've never done this before, and I could either ruin the frame or just make it look completely stupid. So you're probably wondering what colors I'm gonna choose. So as you can see here, these are my two little shredder frames. They both have a white front triangle and a blue rear triangle. So basically how I got this is, when I was getting my first full suspension bike, which was this bike, they were low on frames and they only had a white front triangle and a blue rear triangle. So at first I was kind of sad because I think I wanted like an orange frame or something. But then I was like, wait, I can add red, then it can be like a little American bike. Then when I got to my Prodigy 24, which was this bike in 24-inch, I was like, might as well keep the same color. So I did a white front triangle, blue rear triangle. For my range, I'm going to do a white front triangle and a rear triangle, but I'm going to add some red, which will be the same color as the Boxer, like paint splatters to it. I think it's going to look great, but again, I've never done this before and it might turn out horrible. So in this video, we're going to go over the steps and actually paint it, but here's the outline. So basically, you have to strip down the whole frame, and then you sand it all the way down, clean it with isopropyl alcohol and gloves. Then you spray your primer, and then you spray your paint, and then the clear coat. So that's the plan. I'm going to start with step one, which is taking apart the frame. I've actually never done that, so hopefully it works. See you soon. Day 2 check-in. I've been stripping down the frame. As you can see, all the parts I've taken off there. The rear triangle was pretty easy. Day 3 check-in. So I've gotten the bike fully stripped. As you can see, front triangle here, rear triangle in 2 pieces. So that's all good. So the next step is going to be sandpaper. The only way this really goes bad is if you sand through the carbon, so we're going to make sure not to do that. This is a point of no return. Never done this before. I'm going to cut a piece of sandpaper, then start sanding. Oh, it feels so wrong. We've started. I'm going to keep working. I'll check back soon. I've been sanding for about an hour now. I've made some progress. I'm not really sure how much to sand. Oh, I've also been wearing this mask to keep like the dust out of my lungs, which seems like a good idea. That didn't actually really do anything. Okay, so you can see the Norco logo here. As you can see, I'm sanding over it. So we do have a plan for that. We're gonna paint over it. Then we bought some stickers that we're just gonna stick back on when we're done. 8 hours in, I finished all of the front triangle and half of the rear triangle. So this is what it looks like when it's sanded. As you can see, it's like kind of white and not very shiny. Then this is what it looks non-sanded. It's brown still, as you can see, and shiny. So I just finished sanding the whole frame, which you can see right here. And now the next step is going to be setting up the paint booth. So come around over here. I think I found the perfect place for it. So I'm just going to be using some plastic sheets that I found around the house. I think this place is going to be perfect because walls here, and then there's also just an exposed beam up here. So we can hang the bikes from there. And then we need a paint booth because we're going to be using a paint gun.
How's it going, buddy?
Good. I have this like mostly hung. Right now I'm putting on some gloves for when I do the final cleaning stages because I don't want any fingerprints getting on it. I'm putting some string through here to get it ready to hang. That's about right, actually. I'm taping over all the bearings and holes. Not perfect, that's pretty good. So I just finished the taping the holes, as you can see. So here, plug it, and then also all of those. So all that's done. So now I'm gonna hang it, do the final clean, and hopefully do the primer. Up and away. That's there. So basically, I'm just using some IPA or isopropyl alcohol. So time for the fun stuff. I've never painted, so now we're gonna mix the paint and then start painting. So this is our 4-to-1 primer. This is a primer, this is the activator. This is our mixing cup we have. So we'll explain that when we're actually pouring the primer. And then this cup is full of water, which we'll pour the primer into. So basically what it is it's this sheet on the inside that's not reusable, so you just throw that away after. A cap, and then also this, which you could use for mixing or just to hold that in. Then this is a paint gun. They're pretty expensive, so we just rented this one. So basically the air hose attaches here. This part controls how much air is going through the gun. This part knob controls how much paint's going into the air. Then this controls the pattern, so like if you want it really thin or if you want it like a fan. This primer stuff is pretty nasty, so we have the window open. Me and my dad are gonna be using these 3M NIOSH masks and some just regular glasses. So now I'm just gonna do a couple practice plays with water to get the pattern and stuff right. So just put this on, perfect. And then we're running our air compressor at 30 PSI, but that doesn't really matter because this, you can just change it in the gun, put it on. And then we have our little practice cardboard piece. And then this is just water, so it doesn't really matter, but like even across, so like. So now we're gonna start mixing the paint. So, but first we gotta open it. Bruh, it's like a Spidey face. See, we're gonna do 4 here to 1. So if we're doing like that much, it would go 1 and then up to 1. That much, 2, and then up to 2. Then, so yeah, and so on. Should I mix it?
No, mix it after.
But like, wow. So this is the activator. So now we're just gonna add a little. Now we're gonna pour it into the paint gun cup. Now we're gonna put our safety stuff and finish hooking up the gun and start spraying. Put the gun onto it so you don't spill paint everywhere, okay? Perfect. Okay. So I finished for today. So we're taking this off and then we have to clean the gun so it doesn't get damaged. We just finished 1 coat of primer onto the rear triangle, which is in 2 pieces. So last time, when we went to paint it, we realized it wasn't gray. Then we looked at it, it turns out we had to mix it before we put it with the activator. So now I'm sanding all this off. Wasn't too bad of a mistake, I'm just finishing up here. Because I just resanded it, so now I have to clean it again, so yeah. So this time we learned to shake this and then mix it with it. So I'm gonna do some shaking. Yes. It's a lot thicker as well. So right now I'm just mixing the activator and the actual primer up. So.
It looks like primer.
Ready? Need more paint. There's still like no paint. Okay, so we just restarted this. Okay, perfect. So now we're gonna do the other half of the rear triangle. That's better. Okay, perfect. That one went better than that one. I got paint gun all cleaned up. I'm gonna go eat dinner and then spray second and third coats. Round 2. So last night I finished prepping the front triangle and I have it all hung up over here. So this, we're gonna try to primer this today and maybe do blue on the back today. So basically what I did was I cleaned it with isopropyl alcohol and then just taped out over all the holes or put like these plugs in. Don't forget to mix the paint and the activator. I'm super excited to finish off the primer process. First time ever painting, so yeah, super stoked. And I'm gonna go get my gear on and finish the primer. Seems about right. Yeah.
That's not looking very good.
We just finished the first coat, and as you can see, it's pretty good, except for it's still kind of grainy. But what helps is increasing the air pressure, but the air compressor couldn't keep up. So this time I think I'm just gonna have to spray a little then wait. Spray a little then wait. I finished priming the front triangle this morning, and now I'm super excited to do the first part of replicating this paint job, which is gonna be the front triangle. This is the first time I've ever done any paint. So here's our paint. It's gonna be white. We're gonna spray the front triangle tonight, hopefully. It's so much less thick. So the first time painting, I think it went pretty good. Yeah, it's more paint. Yeah. That's probably good. That one went pretty much perfect. I still think it needs one more coat, but we'll check when it's done flashing. Yeah, I think one more coat and we should be good. What? So just finished the last coat. I got, I think, 1 or 2 little drips. So I'll try to sand those out, but I might have to just go over it a little bit tomorrow. But besides that, front triangle's almost all the way done. And then, yeah, clear coat, so almost. And then tomorrow we'll try to do the blue on the back triangle. So yesterday went really good. As you can see, we got the front triangle fully done. There's still just like 2 spots I need to touch up. But besides that, it went overall really good. And then, as you remember, the second half of this bike is blue. So I have some blue paint today for the rear triangle. Gonna try to get that all done. So hopefully today we'll get the rear triangle and use blue paint. Starry blue. Ooh, yes.
Needs a stir, but it looks good.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow. That's so cool.
I poured in the reducer, and now I'm mixing it. Bruh. Good. First coat of blue went on pretty well, so I'm gonna gear up and do the second coat real quick. Bro, I was looking at you. Second coat of blue went really well. I'm just gonna do a third, just a really light coat, and then we should be done for tonight. So yesterday we finished the blue, and I think it looks amazing. As you can see, I had a drip here, and then I was trying to like fix it, so there and there. So I'm just gonna do one more quick coat of white. Hi guys, I'm back working on my painting project, and as you guys know, I'm trying to replicate this frame, which I've done pretty well. So as you can see, we have the blue here. It is the same color, this just has a clear coat on it and this doesn't yet. But I wanted to spice it up. So my spring and my fork are the same color, they're both this cherry red. And I thought I already have white and blue, so I might as well make it like a red, white, and blue. So today, I'm gonna do red splatters on the whole frame and hopefully it goes good. But yeah, I've never done any sort of splatter or paint before, so hopefully this goes according to plan. So our paint is this red right here. It's like a Hyundai color. I'm gonna do some test splatter, then I'll do it on the real frame. I've never done splatter paint before, but I have an aunt who's an artist, and she recommended a 1-inch brush with some stiff bristles. So here I have, my dad went to Home Depot on his way home from work. He got 3 options. I think these two are the same. I'm gonna open the red paint for the first time and see if it matches. Whew, that looks sick. Yes, that's sick.
Fast.
Bro, the stick did not work.
Worked pretty good. Look at that.
Yeah. Wow, I'm a natural. I just did like a flick. Okay, I got some eye protection, and I'm a little bit scared, but what's the worst that could happen? First bit of red. Huzzah. Ooh, I didn't miss completely.
Rotate the frame so you get
No, but that was a good
looking
one.
good.
It actually looks sick. So I just finished the first part of the rear frame. I think it looks sick because it's not like all one color, and like in some spots there's a little bit more. So I'm gonna do the second half here and then move on to the front.
Look at your nose. Look at your nose. Wait, let me see your face. No.
Is it bad? Delta's more back than forward. Okay, time for the next triangle.
Yes. That looks so good.
Yeah, I know.
Yep.
Like that. Calling it good before I overdo it. So as you can see, the splatter went really well. I had a lot of fun, and personally, it was like not too hard. You just like gotta like avoid the face area. But the next step is decals, and then clear coat once I figure out how to do clear coat. And then that would be the end of the video. So before you forget, like, subscribe, comment, do whatever. And then it's build time. So today we're going to be putting like the Norco stickers and badge onto the bike. So super excited. I haven't seen these yet. They're from Groundkeeper Customs. So yeah, let's open them. Okay, so these are the stickers. They're just black stickers, as you can see. So I'm going to start with the seat tube one. I think it'll be the hardest to mess up. And not really sure how these stickers work yet, so time to go figure it out. Is that good? Looks good to me. Wow. So one thing I learned is that this white part is also sticky, so I'm just gonna cut the actual thing out now. That looks pretty good. Perfect. The points symmetric. Looks good actually. Yes. That looks pretty good. More stressful than a race run. Are we happy? Yes. Why is it so stressful? Wow, that was amazing. Yes. Perfect. All stickered up. So the splatters and stickers turned out really well, and now I'm super excited because it is the last step, I think, which is the clear coat. So the clear coat is a lot thinner than paint, I think, So it's a 4-to-1 ratio for this one of these, as you can see. Clear coat's clear, guys.
Clear.
So now I'm just gonna spray it onto some cardboard because this paint's like way different consistency. So I'm gonna get that right and then we'll go to the frame. Looks good. Here we go. First coat, a clear coat. Next, onto the second blue one. Perfect. So now I'm gonna do the right frame. I'm gonna do some bullets in some areas first, like here and there, just so that the clear coat gets everywhere, and then I'll do my fan. Okay, first round of clear coat went pretty good. I'm just mixing up some more paint because I almost ran out. For the gun, I had to turn down the air pressure and how much paint came out. Dump. I'm gonna go put some safety gear on, then we'll do coat 2. Yeah. Oh, that's perfect. That went really well. I'm gonna do one more coat on the white. I think it's the upper blue. So let's go. Ow, my eyes. Ready? Perfect. I think we need more air to like make the finish like smoother and not as like dotty. We didn't have enough air coming out of the compressor, so we changed that. Then I just dialed this down a bit so it's sitting at about 30 psi. Yeah, it's way better. Oh yeah, that looks way better. Coat 4 right there, right? Coat number 5, I think this one will be final. We'll see. So I just finished the clear coat for today. I think it looks really good. I might have to go over it with like some 1000 grit sandpaper. Maybe one more layer, but we'll see how it fully dries. So today we're gonna sand down a little and then just put another coat of clear so it looks way smoother. Right now it feels smooth, but it just still looks a little rough. So my dad got some 1500 grit sandpaper. So yeah, here it is. And I am doing wet sanding. So I just finished sanding. That worked really well to get rid of all the orange peel. And then I used some isopropyl alcohol to just clean it because I wasn't wearing my gloves, so I got my fingerprints. Like 2 to 3 more coats of clear, and then we can put the frame together, and then we'll be done. Let me get this on and then hopefully do the last coat. As you can remember, right when I got this frame from a teammate, it was brown. And now look at it. I have this beautiful blue and red shiny frame for the back and a beautiful white and red shiny frame for the front. And really what I want to do right now is just put them together. But the paint is still not fully dry, and some bearings in here, which I'll show you, are bad. So I have these 1, 2, 3, 4 bearings that aren't running great. And also on the idler pulley, this bearing was completely seized. So I have these 4 bearings for the big link and this 1 bearing for the idler pulley that I got from Ride Bicycles. And we're gonna be doing that today. Then hopefully tomorrow we can put the frame together and see how good it looks. To remove this like retaining clip, there we go. So I'm just gonna push this out halfway, then I'll use a catch. So for the bearing, it's a 6902 size. And I've been using enduro bearings on all my bikes, or whatever it's called. And there we go. Kind of orangey and gross. I'm just gonna use a punch and a hammer. Here were the 4 bearings that were inside of it. Then this was the cage. Okay, we're just gonna push these with the vise and hope it goes decently okay. That was working good. First side done. Pretty good. 5 bearings out, 5 bearings in. Can't wait to see the frame in one piece tomorrow. See you there. Today, I wanna push all the bearings out that are bad, take off all the tape, and put the rear triangle onto the front triangle. Yes. The moment of truth. Wait, it's actually so good. I've been like hanging this bike for the past 2 weeks so it doesn't get dirty. And here's the first time me cutting it off. That marks the end of painting and the start of building. Stripped frame, no tape, no nothing. I'm just gonna do this the same to this piece and that piece. Dude, how are these so good, bro? Oh, last piece. This one I think turned out the shiniest. Bro, what breaks these enduro bearings? I guess we don't have to replace any bearings. Final string off. Okay, so to put the frame together, first I'm gonna hang this in here. But to do that, we need to put in my seat post. So this is my Deity Retina seat post that I'm gonna be using. It's an I-beam seat post, so which is perfect. And let's get this open. Stand. How the rear triangle attaches to the front triangle, it's this crazy rocker link. So that's gonna go there. Put this side, 45 Newton meters, which is what I'm gonna do now. This side is just 2 Newton meters. These are some more parts from Ride Bicycles. Chain guide, back plate, which goes here. This is just gonna go to 3 Newton meters. This is gonna be my first time seeing one blue piece is attached to a white piece. Stay. Dude, that looks epic. Top link on, moving really good. And now let's get the bottom link on and see how epic it's gonna look. Just gonna look sick. Perfect. So I just finished putting on all the sticker protection, like the VHS tape, the bottom of the frame through here. And then next is the bolt-on protection. 2 down, 2 to go. There we go. I can't even believe that this frame used to be brown. It looks so good, maybe even better than the original frame, which is right here. I think the red splatter just went perfect, and for my first time doing it, I think I did really well. I have some really cool parts over there, and I'm planning to ride this in exactly 1 week. So make sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss the next episode because this is going to be a crazy one.